Authorship and how to add it to your blog. How would you recognize Google Authorship? Main thing about using it is it actually makes your profile more visible within the search results. We have in front of us here what's called a rich snippet. It's rich because it has in it an avatar of who I am, my little picture, and it also has within it my name in full, which is me as the author, and of course a link to my Google Plus profile. By having these here, it will then obviously separate me from non-Google Authorship users because they won't have the URL or the links. And obviously it connects me to my Google Plus profile and Google as well, and enhances me as the author of what I write. Now, what can Google Authorship do for you? You want to increase your credibility and your reputation as an online author. And this is done through Google Authorship, because it helps to increase your author rank within Google by legitimizing your content accordingly. Google uses its algorithms such as Panda, Penguin, Hummingbird and others to reward any good content you write that actually fits in with their criteria. And obviously the Google Authorship will enhance you as far as those algorithms are concerned, especially if you match what they are looking for. Building trust with your audience is going to be enhanced if you have a better social proof of who you are. And as I say, if you looked in the rich snippet, you could see your name and obviously your avatar. And this will differentiate you from anybody else who is a non-Google Authorship, especially if they have the same name as you. And those with popular names such as John Smith, this is actually probably quite highly important to recognize you as the John Smith and not any old John Smith. If you write for many different kinds of blogs, Google Authorship actually recognizes you as the author, not the blogs that you write in. It recognizes you and your posts and not where you place them. And of course, the more you gain credibility, the higher chance of you being put in front of a bigger audience. And if they acknowledge what you write and recognize that you do produce perfectly brilliant content, they will share it through the social media outlets, and this will only enhance you because this is picked up also by the search engines and is credited accordingly. You can use Google Authorship to enhance your blog. Obviously, by getting a better positioning within the search engine results, you're going to get much more traffic coming back to your blog on page. And the much more traffic coming back can only help your blog what it does, and getting more people to read your posts, helping you to grow your newsletter list or more people to subscribe to what you do. And if you have any online marketing campaigns happening on your blog or website, obviously getting a higher footfall and a higher traffic will only help that to succeed as well. Having a very good relationship with your readership and your audience can also be very good to increasing yourself and your Google Authorship within your blog. It will obviously give you a higher criteria and a higher level within search engines, so that it will then expose you to a much larger audience than you would before. And because you are authorized, it shows that you have credibility, which makes more audiences look at what you write and understand what you're trying to say. And the credibility will go before you, and people may share your content and obviously recommend you by word of mouth to others to read what you are writing. And the better connections you have within Google Plus and other social media can only help with this sharing content and getting a much larger audience than you would do because of the credibility you have. To set up a Google Authorship on your blog, obviously you must need to have a Google Plus account if you already haven't got one. Now, within your Google Plus account, it's important to make sure that you have a very good avatar of yourself, because it's you, the author, that you are promoting, and that your name is in full, or whatever the name you use as an author is in full. It will show, obviously, here in this rich snippet, it shows your avatar shows down here, and your name is in full there. It's very important that you use the name in full, because when you make sure that your byline, this is this little bit here, by the name you have in your meta tags in your post, also corresponds to the exact name you use in your Google Plus account. Now, you make sure this is correct in your blog, your WordPress blog, by going to Users, your profile in the left sidebar in Dashboard, and pan down to find how your name is properly displayed. Make sure it matches exactly the same on your Google Plus account. Now you need to verify the email address you use to connect your Google Authorship up with you and your blog and your Google Plus Authorship account. And this is done by putting a specific kind of URL or web email address in that particular field there. In this, you need to put in an email address that is originated from the same domain or web address that your blog, your main blog, uses. My main domain is fairybogmother.co.uk, so therefore I need to put in there a email address that uses that domain. Click on that button to continue, and you will get a variety of different email notifications. Obviously, you need to verify that particular address with the domain name, and once that's done, you get the necessary acknowledgements. Then you need to go back to your Google Plus profile page and need to find the link, the About link, which is found underneath the tag that holds your URL and your name, and pan down the page to find the contact information, and you'll see that the email address with your domain name has been placed in the work section. That needs to be verified, and once done, you'll get a tick next to it. Then you need to find the links section, and within that you'll see contributor to, and that needs to be edited accordingly, so click on the link down there. And in the blue section, current contributor, edit that by clicking on the little pencil icon to bring up these two fields. The top field is who you are, so therefore you should put your name, the same one that matches your byline and your Google Plus account and all the other bits and pieces too. And obviously the URL you put to is not going to be the front page of your blog, but actually your about page, and that's a reason for that in a minute, because you're talking about you, Alice Elliott, in my case it would be Alice Elliott, your name, and not necessarily your blog, because it's you that's going to be authorized. And in your about page, make sure that you have your name in full at least somewhere within your about page. And also in your about page, you need to have a special kind of code as well, with this particular bit in red, and that particular bit in red will then connect you and your author, you as an author, your name and your about page back to your application within Google Authorship, which all connects together to prove who you are and why you should be recommended and suitable for Google Authorship. Now, it also says here that you need to have your full Google Plus URL. That is not the same as your vanity one. Your vanity one, this is my vanity URL. It's got my name on the end of it, and unfortunately that does not work in all the systems we have before. It does not work in placing it here. I have to have the full one, as you can see, with all the numbers in it. And so I'll show you in a minute how to find the one with all numbers if you've already got a vanity one. Now you have to replace the particular link, that bit there, which this link would represent, and I place it within the order of text within the out page, but you can place it on its own underneath, or your about blurb as well, but it must be in that page. Now, to find your full URL from, as opposed to your vanity URL, if you go to your Google Plus page and you make sure that you see it as in public and not as you, clicking on your avatar will bring it up into edit mode. And then within edit mode, you'll have a little bitty avatar over there. Now that little avatar can be moused over to bring up what I call here a tag, whatever it's called, I call it a tag. And if you mouse over your avatar here or your link there, it will show your full Google Plus avatar with all the numbers as well. Wherever it's shown, in a Mac it's shown somewhere down on the bottom, but I'm not quite sure it shown as a PC, but it is shown as a PC because my friend did it. And you copy down the numbers because that is the numbers you're going to be using in this particular area here and also in the future. Now, you can do belts and braces by using a WordPress plugin. The particular WordPress plugin I use is called Single Author G+ Meta, but there are others to be used, and you can search into which one is best for you. Upload it in the usual manner and check it under settings, and make sure that you fill in the numbered URL for your Google Plus account into the field here and activate it accordingly. Now, it's a good idea to have a bio box when you are to enhance your credibility within your posts, and all this can help towards your Google authorship. I have a fancy author box plugin which you shove in as usual, and it will optimize it to make it look purple. You can do whatever color you like. Now you go back to your profile in the left-hand sidebar in your WordPress dashboard, and you pan down to find the contact info, which you need to fill out as much as you possibly can, and a nice, interesting, concise, short, and compelling information about you and your bio box, which will show up here. Now, and also you need to make sure that you fill in as much as you possibly can in the social media connections, and they will show up here as well. And as much as you possibly can to connect with all the other social networking things, the better it is for you as far as you're being ranked as far as the search engines are concerned. Now, you need to test that everything's done right. You go to this particularly long URL here, google.com/webmaster-tools.rich snippets, and you will take your latest blog post and pop it into the field here to click on the preview to find out whether it is now a rich snippet. And if it is, it will show you an example of what it should be. You can also check it is as well by actually typing in that URL into the search engine search box and see if it pops up as a rich snippet as well. Now, this particular piece will also check that everything is working well. So pan down to make sure you get the green notifications here, and also here to confirm that your Google Plus account is correct, and also here to check other bits and pieces too. And that the rel authorship markup, that little bit of coding we put in earlier, remember that put in red, that has been successfully connected up to Google Plus, and therefore that means that your Google authorship has now been activated, verified, and should be working accordingly. So that is how you put in Google authorship into your blog. Now all to do is to go and write lots of fantastically brilliant posts. The more you do, the better. And make sure have a look at your stats to see how they're going, and get back to me and let me know how they're doing. But I bet you now, once you've been authorized within Google and you are writing lots of excellent posts, you'll see a big difference in whatever you do with your blogging stats. Good luck, and let me know how you get on. Bye.